Yo, I'm back. It's been a while. Today we're gonna walk around. I'm here with my buddy Devin.
Hello.
And gonna walk around. There's an old abandoned school. I got the Fuji X100VI. This seems really dark. We're gonna take some photos with this, compare the Portra 400 V2 film recipe to Dehancer plugin. I don't know if you guys know Dehancer. They reached out to me and they offered me trial of their software to do some videos on it. So we're going to test it out today. I've never used it before. So we're going to see how the film simulations from Fuji compared to taking one of the RAWs in the Fuji and editing it with Dehancer. That's what we're going to do. Show you my compositions and kind of the photos, and then we'll get back to my place and we'll edit them. And we'll see which one you like better. I'm going to put this whole video, you're going to see the pictures side by side. I'm not going to tell you which one's which to the end of the video, so pick which one's your favorite, and at the end, I will reveal which side was which. All right, let's go.
Oh, those handprints? That looks... That thing's a silent shutter?
Yeah, it's pretty quiet.
Sweet.
Which, now that I'm used to the Sony, it's like, did I take a picture or did I not? Oh, these reflections are cool. Yeah, I like that. Reflection of the forest, it's like, I dig it. I dig it. It's probably my favorite picture of the day.
Already? Oh, sick.
'Cause it's like, what am I looking at?
Yeah.
My inside and my outside, like reflections.
Whoa.
It's work, trying to get this screen in the foreground. Who wants a cliche basketball hoop photo? I do. Maybe dead on. I always feel like dead on just looks so flat. We try it. Ow, just stepped into a bush. Found two mirrors on the floor. Floor? Ground? I like that photo. All right, so we're back home looking at the photos, and I kind of wanted to give you a little rundown of Dehancer so you guys can see. Like I said before, they gave me a free trial of this, but they said they wanted an honest review, and they didn't tell me to say anything. So giving you my honest review. It's very new to me, so I'm going to keep using it, and I'll probably do another video in the future once I've learned it more. This is the first time I've used it, but so far it's pretty fun. This experiment was different. I was trying to actually like match kind of their version of Portra 400 to a film recipe of Portra 400. You just saw all the photos side by side. I'm curious to know which one you guys like better. Let me know in the comments. The left side of all of the photos that I showed was Dehancer. So let me know which one you like better. But let's dive into it. I want to show you how I do it. This is based off of kind of their guides that I've seen online. So first thing you want to do is adjust your raw photo to be imported into Dehancer. And I'm using Lightroom CC, not Lightroom Classic. And I've honestly never seen any other video with Dehancer with Lightroom CC because it was just released, I believe, in April. So it's pretty new, but it's similar process. So you got your raw here. I've already made a preset. Oh, not sharing my screen. Let me fix that. There we go. Now you can see what I'm doing. So we've got a raw image here, and you need to prepare it for importing into Dehancer. They recommend some things. I made a preset that basically does what they recommend. So they recommend reducing exposure, reducing contrast, increasing the blacks, turning off the things down here like sharpening and things like that. So that's what this preset does, kind of flattens the images. And then all you do is right click on it, hit edit in Dehancer Lightroom plugin. It's going to open it up in Dehancer. And then I'll kind of show you what I was doing in Dehancer. It's pretty fun actually messing around in here. This is the JPEG on the left-hand side, because remember I said we were trying to compare the JPEG film recipe to Dehancer. So I got the JPEG on the left, and we've got Dehancer open here. It's already automatically, since I've been doing this for the photos before, it automatically, when you import it, throws the last edits on. So you can see these are the last edits. That's with no edits. So already the last edits, I mean, that looks pretty good. Look how close it looks. It's crazy, right? I think, you know, comparing it, maybe exposure should be reduced a little bit if we wanted to look at the JPEG. I also think that the Fuji Portra 400 recipe that I'm using, I noticed the blues are a little more teal compared to the Dehancer version. But you can see all the settings here. So not an expert in this, but I think it shows you someone who's not an expert can do with their software. So there you go. But this is kind of changing the sore things, not really editing the film look. It's just changing exposure, temperature, things like that, kind of get the base figured out. And then you kind of go in here and do all these other things. But I was just kind of messing around, moving sliders, seeing what I liked. The fun part really though is going to the different film stocks and just like clicking around, trying different films, seeing which one you like. It's pretty fun. I'm actually excited to like dive. Ooh, that's kind of nice and nice little golden. But anyway, we were trying to stick with, I'm getting carried away. See, I'm getting carried away. We're trying to stick with Portra 400. So we're going to stick with that. Already, I like what I've got here. You can check on these sections and kind of see what I did. Like edited the black point, the white point, a tiny bit here, not too much. This is the print section. I've been sticking with linear. I know in a lot of other videos I've seen, people like to do the Kodak 2383 print film. But I think I was able to match the Fujifilm, which was the goal of this video. I was able to match the Fujifilm easier with the linear print profile. Yeah, so the color head is kind of changing all the different colors. I did do a lot of different things there, kind of changing the shadows, kind of get the tones. So like, look, if I pull this back, you know, you can see I put it in the middle, the shadows a little too blue. So I had to boost that quite a bit to get the shadows to match. The highlights, let's see, maybe the highlights are too blue right now and we could pull it back. See if I pull it back, I never really get that like teal color. Probably me just doing something wrong, but I do think I probably had that a little too on the blue side. We'll dial that back a little bit there. Film grain's fun, but I didn't go too heavy with the film grain. Usually I like a ton of film grain. You can go custom on the film grain and really get crazy, which I'll probably end up doing later because I feel like what I had it on, want more. I got a little bit of bloom on this. Oh, that's what we were just looking at. No, yeah, bloom. So I actually took off my diffuser filter for this because I wanted to try out the bloom and kind of see how that compares. One of these videos, I thought it might be interesting to kind of compare their bloom with a filter. So just take a bunch of pictures with the filter, a bunch of pictures without the filter, edit the ones without with their bloom, and kind of see, does the mist filter, does this get as close as a mist filter? Maybe we'll try that later. Yeah, that's about as much as I want to go into. When you're done, I think this looks good enough. I don't feel like messing with it too much more. You just hit OK, pops you back into Lightroom, you hit finish, and then what it's going to do is going to save a TIFF. So you're going to end up having both. So if we go back to grid view, you can see this image up here on the top left. There's a 2. I double click into this and I bring up the film strip. Click the film strip. You can see, you know, that was the original raw that we edited, and then this is the one we imported. And then let me go show you. We'll go back here. We can look at these side by side. The left is a JPEG straight out of camera, and the right one is Dehancer. So not bad. The biggest thing I'm noticing with the Portra 400, and honestly, Dehancer probably has a more realistic version, but comparing to the Fujifilm recipe, the blues are what I'm noticing the most difference in. The blues and the greens. So yeah, there it is. That's Dehancer. The other thing I did was actually, for the very first time in any of my videos, I color graded the video using Dehancer's plugin for DaVinci Resolve. I've never color graded before because it all seemed too crazy and complicated for me. I've been wanting to, and I've been meaning to, and I've been researching it. But when they reached out to me, I was like, oh, this looks way easier. And it was. Well, let's just show you really quickly. Not going to get into a deep dive, but basically, I know there's fancy ways to do color grading. I don't want to do with that because I don't care. All I really did was throw on this plugin, choose my camera, choose film profile, and I tried to match it up similar to kind of the way I was editing the photos. I think it worked. Very quick, very simple. Love it. So honestly, I think I like the DaVinci Resolve thing more than I like the photo version, but I need to play with more both, and we'll do another video in the future. They did give me an affiliate code. So if you use the code JW, you'll get 10% off. It also kicks back to me. I don't know. I haven't decided yet if it's worth it. I think it probably is just for the color grading in DaVinci, for sure. Not sure about the photos. Need more testing. One thing I wish they did do with the photos is, that's not open anymore. I wish they had like little, like in Lightroom, they're really good at, if you hover over something, it tells you what it does. And I wish they had that feature in their plugin, because there's some things that I'm just like, I'm not a film guru. I do have a film camera. And, I grew up shooting film because before digital, but, some of the things I'm just kind of lost. So it would be nice if they had some explanations. Maybe they have a website and I need to dive more into it, but it would be nice if you could just hover over things and it told you what it was. That's it. That's all. See you in the next one.